See, I don't know. I was watching this whole commercial, so my boy here, Dyphinoide, gets paid. Because we don't skip the commercials. Look at that. It froze. 2:22 left of the video. I'm sorry, man. There's nothing I can do for that. What's going on, Hood Nation? Nidge here. DFX. We are checking out the season finale of our boy Dyphinoide versus Verdict. Goku versus Superman versus Saitama. I don't know if this is going to be a cutthroat battle or, you know, no matter who fights who in a paper, scissors, rock scenario, can one beat the other, right? Versus blah, blah, blah. Or if it's just no matter what, one person's going to be on top. AnimationRewind is also with them. For those who don't remember them or know them, they do Rewind Rumble, and they also do all the meme fights and stuff like that. Kind of the more silly, fun stuff as well. So before we begin, you guys, please go ahead and watch the original, you know, in its entirety. Without my blabbing and yabbing. Niz, don't shut up. I'm going to be cutting a few parts out here, which also should encourage you guys to watch the original. Please support these guys on Patreon like I do, and let's get started. I'm rooting for Goku. Heroes, I don't care what you all say.
Beings from far and wide who bring justice and salvation to those in need. And our 20th round of combatants embody these characteristics. Yeah. And we'll duke it out in the season finale to figure out who is definitively the strongest warrior. Now I'd like to get some things cleared up before we
there's
get
people
started.
Stronger than all of them.
This is a show of cold, hard statistics, so no plot elements or purposes of a character's creation will be factored into the fight. A statement like, because the author would make them win, is irrelevant, since technically any fictional character can be any other fictional character if the author so pleases.
Yeah, you can't really go with that.
Using the anime for
Sword Art Online music.
Calculations from the Super series. More people watch the anime than read the manga, so it's more of a debated topic. And we can't just merge the manga and anime because Dragon Ball Super storyline is heavily contradicted in both of these formats.
So we're using
and remember, Akira
Super
Toriyama,
anime?
the creator of Dragon Ball, has stated that he considers the movies as completely separate timelines or universes. Therefore, they have been deemed non-canon and will not be incorporated into the fight. Next off, we're
They're
using
canon, they're not
post-crisis
continuity.
Superman
There's a
fight,
difference.
Meaning 1986 and after. Alternate timelines, artificial Supermans, and New 52 Superman will not be included in the analysis. As for Saitama, we will be using feats from both the manga and anime, considering they're basically the exact same, so no trouble there. Next up, this will be very spoiler heavy for the Dragon Ball series, and for One Punch Man Season 1. So please go watch those series beforehand or read the comics beforehand, because I can't stress how much I love One Punch Man and Dragon Ball.
I do want to see One Punch Man, but...
my favorite animes of all time. I'm Dyphinoide, and I'm joined here by my co-host for the season finale, Animation Rewind.
What's up, everyone? It's Animation Rewind here, coming in as co-host. If you don't know where I'm from, well, consider yourself lucky. Anyway, take it away, Dyph.
Welcome to Versus Verdict, the show where I answer the burning question of who would win in a fight before it ruins friendships forever. Goku, the Super Saiyan from Earth, Superman, the Kryptonian
so you're using
symbol of
Super,
hope,
because yeah,
and Saitama, the
to me,
One
canon,
Punch
anything that
Man.
comes
But
from
before we can know who would win,
a company
we first need to analyze
is canon.
our three combatants.
Continuity
The
is what you
Saiyan,
mean to be
Kakarot,
saying.
was born on the planet Vegeta, a race of warriors who conquer planets for their overlord Frieza. But then Frieza decided to blow their planet up.
Goku narrowly escaped and was sent to Earth
We
to
still don't know.
conquer it. However,
We don't
an
know
accident happened where he
red
fell
and
off a
blue's
cliff and
form,
just kinda
time multiplier.
didn't.
Goku, from this point on, was literally 100% pure of heart. He was adopted by his grandfather Gohan, who later died due to Goku turning into a Great Ape, a transformation that occurs because of the moon and multiplies his base power by 10. But this was only achievable due to his tail, which he doesn't have anymore. Goku then competed in several martial arts tournaments, becoming stronger with each one. Goku then met his brother and two other
go through all
Saiyans
that
who wanted
again.
to take over the world. And with the help of his two new techniques, the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb, he was able to defeat them.
But then he had to go to Namek to get the wish-granting Dragon Balls. Yet Frieza, the Emperor of the Universe who destroyed their planet, was there as well. So Goku thought
Both of you have really
damn
nice
idiots
voices
just
for
fight
this.
a
Like,
guy
it just
who
sounds
could
so
easily
pleasant.
destroy a planet with the whim of his finger and fight him to the death.
Later in the fight, a loss of a loved one pushed him to the realm of legend. He became a Super Saiyan.
Took
Super
upside
Saiyan
him home, bitches!
found various grades to it, amplifying his power with
Who's
each
your boy?
form. A full power Super Saiyan amplifies his base form by 50 times. It can be argued that it increases his power by more, though this is the official multiplier that was given by the creator. Super Saiyan 2 is an ascended version that multiplies Super Saiyan form by 2. Then he could stack Super Saiyan 3 on top of that, This form saps away his life energy due to the sheer physical attacks, but it's definitely worth it considering Super Saiyan 3 multiplies the power of Super Saiyan 2 by 4. After defeating the evil Majin Buu, the world was safe and it seemed no one could match Goku. And he was horribly wrong. They know. Literal gods of destruction lived in their realms. And the god of destruction, Beerus, isn't exactly the most tolerant person. Long story short, he tried to blow up the entire world because he didn't get a pudding cup. So Goku challenged him, regardless of him going up against Super Saiyan 3 and literally getting knocked out with 2 blows that were the very definition of effortless.
However, Beerus had a premonition that being known as a Super Saiyan God would rival him. So they asked Shenron how to make one, and bam, they made a red-haired Super Saiyan. With the new ginger-haired form, Goku was strong enough to force
Super
Beerus,
Saiyan
the god
Ginger,
of destruction, to almost 70% of his power. However, it's important to know that this has been heavily retconned since the movie.
Their battle literally
the movie, I wouldn't think 70% because he would be far past Beerus now.
Compared to other fictional characters that we've seen, this threatened to destroy the Macroverse, which means it threatened to destroy both the living world and the afterlife. After he fought Beerus, he fought Frieza in his new golden form, which made him use the power of Super Saiyan Blue. This form is essentially Super Saiyan God mixed with the power of Super Saiyan. Since then, he has fought Hit, a being who could literally stop time momentarily, and remember the Kaioken? He combined that with Super Saiyan Blue to multiply that power by 10. This was enough to break through Hit's time skip. Don't ask how, he just kind of tried to use it and Goku was like,
Super Saiyan plot twist.
For that. Like, what? Then later he fought him again, but he didn't need to use Super Saiyan Blue times Kaioken to break through Hit's time skip. He only needed to use Super Saiyan Blue. This implies that his base Super Saiyan Blue form is as strong as he was during the tournament using Kaioken times 10. But since then, he's pushed himself even further by achieving Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. Then he got a form called Ultra Instinct, which will not be incorporated into the fight because he lost the ability to access it after the Tournament of Power.
What?
Now let's get into his moveset.
No, that's not fair. It says if he's about to die, though, he'll go into it, though.
Physical ability and manifests itself in the form of bioelectric energy.
This is why Goku
we don't want it.
his Super Saiyan form, to amplify his ki and increase every aspect of his physical prowess. Though Goku does have a limited supply of ki and normally conserves this as much as possible, and he has done specific training to minimize the ki output needed for Super Saiyan forms. He uses ki to perform a ton of different techniques. The previously mentioned Kaioken.
I wonder if they're actually going to use what I said about what ki it is.
Out, though at the cost of physical strain. The Spirit Bomb takes a long time to charge, absorbs energy from voluntary life forces, and is used to destroy evil. His Solar Flare can blind opponents, and his Destructo Disc can cut through many things. He can use ki to sense other beings.
I've never seen him use a Destructo Disc. That's Krillin and Frieza.
He can teleport instantly
and 18.
with instant transmission, though it does need concentrated focus, and he needs to teleport to a life source. He can't just teleport to wherever he pleases. And of course, his signature attack, the Kamehameha, a destructive wave of energy focused through Goku's
Wait,
palm.
no, he can...
Goku has been taught karate when he was a small
No, he can go anywhere he wants with
superhuman levels by
instant transmission as long as he's been there before. That's my understanding of how that works.
Also,
not sure he got the life force
way
part.
Stronger than the God of Destruction, Beerus.
Obviously, someone this powerful has done some pretty amazing things. Spoiler alert, he's defeated Frieza, Majin Buu, and Hit before.
However, Goku is far from perfect. Goku's durability is far above planetary, which is shown when Frieza shot him in the face in his final form, and Goku is perfectly fine. Although there's a common misconception that his durability is insanely weak considering he got hurt by a rock, a bullet, and a laser, even though people fail to see that this is a result of his greatest weakness. Goku often either suppresses himself or lets his guard down when facing opponents he believes easily overpowered. Goku is insanely cocky, and this becomes a very bad habit. He prefers a fair fight, such as when he gave Cell a Sensu Bean and didn't even try to fly away from, defend against, or teleport away from Cell's explosion. And people say that Vegeta, Goku's rival, was killed by Golden Frieza's planet-busting explosion, even though he's far above planetary durability. Again, people lowballing because they're ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space. And again, Vegeta's expression shows that he was caught off guard and did not protect himself with ki in time. Though Goku and Vegeta have both shown
Goku can breathe in space, in the red form, apparently.
Atmosphere. Such as
Beerus.
when Vegeta flew out to an asteroid field, Goku and Beerus fought in the stratosphere,
Yeah.
and Goku survived Namek's explosion. And while his striking strength can threaten the very universe itself, his lifting strength isn't all that much. But what do you expect from a series about martial artists?
It's also kind of obvious that Goku is dumb if you've watched the series, but who cares? It won't hinder his fighting ability because that's what he excels at.
That's his
Goku is the
intelligence.
Super Saiyan that will protect his friends at all costs.
Alright.
No matter where you live, what lineage you come from, chances are you've heard of the legendary and iconic symbol of justice, Superman. Born as Kal-El to a scientist's father on Krypton.
Wait,
Superman
225,
was sent to
6'3".
Earth
I
to
thought he was
preserve
6'4",
human
and
life.
Batman was
He was
6'3".
later raised by a farm family known as the Kents. From this day forth, Kal-El would be known as Clark Kent.
Superman, unlike many heroes, has had his powers since birth. He gets these powers due to the combination of his Kryptonian DNA, our yellow sun, and the Earth's atmosphere. On Krypton, he'd basically be average by human standards.
Superman later became a reporter after going through edgy teenage rebellion phases and rejecting his powers. He later coped with these powers and decided to help the world like his dad always wanted. Superman became an icon, and rightfully so. Superman may have one of the most extensive list of superpowers in comic book history. And he's got more feats and powers than anyone ever put on Versus Verdict, so we better get started.
He has heat vision, flight, super strength, speed, agility, stamina, and durability. Superman also possesses super senses, able to hear through the vacuum of space or see at a microscopic level, a super breath, freeze breath, the sonic scream, reality warping resistance, matter manipulation resistance, a healing factor, super intelligence, and longevity. Superman can fly by manipulating the space around him, resulting in the creation of flight. He also has the infinite mass punch, where he vibrates his fist so fast that it hits with the force of a supernova.
Well, this is gonna take a while. Starting at the low-end strength feats, his punches have been stated to be able to destroy moons just by amping them up. He took the blast of a planetary machine and demolished planet-busting meteors. Now to amp his feats up a bit, he survived holding a mini black hole. However, a black hole the size of a penny only has the gravity of Earth, so it's not too impressive. Sun-dipped Superman could push a planet with ease, which makes sense considering he normally needs help from others to move planets. He matched Captain Marvel in an arm wrestle, one-shotted Arion, and plenty more. Now for his incredible feats.
There we go.
He punched through Soulfire Darkseid. He punched through neurons, illusions, and realities. He broke through being frozen to every molecule. He had a battle that rocked the heavens and Earth. Punched Mordru, who is supposedly galactic. Broke through alternate realities and more.
Without question, his
that's more of a resistance, not a strength.
Superman at massively faster than light travel and combat speeds. His feats would be impressive on the surface, but when looked deeper into are much less impressive, such as when he caught up to Earth 1 Superboy, breaking through the time barrier. However, if you look closely, it's revealed that he grabbed him before he actually went full speed.
For his low-end speed feats, he keeps up with Jay Garrick, who can run near the speed of light with the Speed Force and break the sound barrier without it. He can fly to the sun and back in less than a minute, which is 16 times faster than light. He breached Darkseid Singularity, which requires faster than light feats to pass. To amp it up, he flew from Vega to Earth in a short period of time, making him over millions of times the speed of light. However, time is theoretically slower in space, and an object's velocity in space is consistent until an outside force is opposing it, so this might be due to that in some way. He can read 27,343 letters in 3 minutes, and he can even perceive nanoseconds, making his processing speed trillions of times greater than a normal human. He moves fast enough to negate time manipulation, and he can perceive attoseconds and even keep up with the Flash.
As for his durability, he can phase through attacks by vibrating his body, can turn
So
invisible,
like Flash.
was hit to the moon, withstood a wormhole, and was unaffected by Superboy's heat vision.
And Superboy isn't exactly weak.
Superboy is actually the strongest, I'm pretty sure.
That mutates matter and energy. He was hit with the magical claw of Horus. By the way, Superman is weak to magic, and he was completely fine after. He tanked a blast that de-evolutionized the Justice League, which makes sense considering he's been resistant to matter manipulation before. He took a hit from Emperor Joker, who created a universe just to destroy it for fun. However, while people like to use this to say he's insanely durable, In the next panel, it stated that Joker could have easily killed him and that he's just toying with him. He survived the detonation of a small portion of the Big Bang, survived a Void Hound who was multi-solar system level in a test run. Next off, people like to state that he survived the Red Sun Eater detonation that was 50 times more powerful than a supernova when he was weakened by the red sun rays. However, it literally says next to it that he would have been instantly incinerated if it touched him. He's survived the source wall exploding.
No, yeah, can't really count that.
Universal feat. However, surviving point-blank explosion and surviving an explosion are two different things. Plus, the source wall isn't even the source. It's what separates the source from everything in the rest of the universe. He survived a Sun Eater implosion, which had the power to...
You guys did a lot of research here. I give you props for that.
Making this bare minimum a multi-galactic feat.
But yeah, as far as feats, you guys are going over a lot for Superman. I didn't really hear much for Goku, for like doing all this stuff.
A black hole collapsing on him, and survived the personification of death itself. Also, he survived plenty of attacks when he's weakened by kryptonite, red sun radiation. By the way, if I didn't mention this before, red suns make him weak, or lack of solar radiation. Also, at one point, he somehow saw in 4D.
His freeze breath can even temporarily stun Wonder Woman. He is resistant to mental attacks, knows Kryptonian martial arts, pressure points, and was even trained by Batman himself. And Superman has even been stated to have nigh infinite willpower.
However, he is not nearly invincible or limitless. The official guide even says that he has limitations and enemies that simply outclass him. He's been pushed to his limits by the blasts that aren't even insanely powerful. While he is very inconsistent, we will be slightly highballing his abilities. Not because it's more fair, but mostly just to avoid hate. We're not going to intentionally over-highball, we're just going to give him the benefit of the doubt on a lot of these feats.
There's a reason Superman is possibly the most iconic superhero in fiction.
He's cool for his reasons, I'll give him that, but...
there exist heroes of incredible
Goku for me, man.
Cunning, and amazing upbringings.
Actually, Mega Man, really,
but... Saitama is not one of those stories.
As a businessman looking for work, Saitama hated his life. However, a fateful encounter sparked a fiery passion for being a hero.
He's got serious side hops,
from this day forward, Saitama
serious
had
table
an
flip,
idea of how to become the most powerful
serious
superhero
headbutt.
in existence by doing
100 push-ups, 100 Yamcha training. That kilometer run is the hardest part. That'll freaking kill you. All the rest of that's no problem. The squats, though, you might want to be careful with.
Saitama is now considered the one-punch man. He can seemingly destroy any character in one punch. However, this has caused Saitama to lose tact with his emotions entirely, losing all motivation and feeling. After meeting a cyborg named Luzis to Raiden, they quickly became crime-fighting partners, forming a teacher-student relationship. Though at times it can be difficult to tell which is which.
Enough about his backstory, let's move to his abilities. Saitama has two variants of moves, his normal series and his serious series. His normal series consists of consecutive normal punches and two-handed consecutive normal punches, both of which...
But I'm pretty sure this final guy he fought, he couldn't take him in one punch, so that really takes the name one punch.
Things up, he switches to his serious series. This consists of serious side hops, which create shockwaves to nullify the speed of sound Sonic's moves, and has Saitama move so fast that he creates after images. The serious table flip is where he can take a large slab of dirt, even up to the size of a full city, and, well, flip it like a table. His serious headbutt is, well, a headbutt. And last but not least, his finishing move, his serious punch. This move nullified the collapsing star roaring cannon, a move that could possibly destroy the surface of the entire planet. And there was enough of a shockwave left to kill the being that released the blast, even from dozens of meters away.
Yeah, I see Saitama placing last in this, honestly. That's my gut.
In order to even create a shockwave in the first
I think we need more Saitama to really,
speed of sound, basically over 765 miles an hour. But that's not all. He jumped from the moon to the earth, creating a huge crater in the moon in the process. Ran around all day and only got tired at the end, and he's defeated a god-level threat. Something that threatens human extinction. and he's taken down multiple evil organizations.
Here's where he has flaws. He is still bound to the regular physics of the world and follows the same laws of physics as most humans. This means while his exterior is very durable, he still operates like a normal human, including being confirmed to require oxygen, admitting he can't fly, etc.
No, he can't fly?
Never actually been pushed to his full potential.
He just obviously could just fucking jump then. Got some Hulk shit going on, like, oh!
You'll have to face the One Punch Man.
Tell you, I don't want to fuck with any one of these guys. I'll tell you that much.
Your friends will want to take sides. Pause the video right now.
Alright. That wasn't too bad of a spoiler for One Punch Man, so I feel good.
Let's find out who would win the season finale.
Oh.
His verdict.
Let's see then. Oh, we got Goku sandwich.
Can't wait to get started.
3, 2, 1.
Come on.
Fight.
What?
No knee. Yeah, Goku goes over in the middle.
Maybe you should train some more.
Oh, nut punch. Goku's down. Woo! So what I'm picking up already, it might just be entertainment purposes, but our boy Goku, he ain't so terrible. Superman's so massive compared to these guys. Actually, he can't do anything to him. Coward. Oh! 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 How do you love that? Instant transmission. Yeah, these guys are just ignoring Goku. Woohoo! We're going down. Oh, Goku can't breathe underwater. I know that much. I'm guessing Superman probably can. He's gonna freeze it. Woohoo! This is cool choreography though. Mad props to this, yo. Oh! What the hell is it? Is that his power pole? It is! It's magic! Oh. What the hell is that? A sun? It looks like a sun. It must be a sun. If he was really knocked out,
Tough, huh?
say he would have went black. Oh shit. Oh. It just one-shotted him. Yeah. Goku dropped his guard, didn't he? Oh shit! I thought you said we weren't reusing it. That's what you all said. Yeah, it was your fault. You all said you were gonna use it though.
Huge thanks to Lunchable.
I did say Goku does get it because if he's about to die, it works. That's pretty much how it works that we know of.
The death threats. Just kidding, but in all seriousness, I expect multiple quote-unquote debunks, comments calling me a DBZ tard and saying that I'm salty because Goku lost Death Battle. I am fully prepared for all of that. Now let's start off with this post-analysis with some misconceptions. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Debunk Central.
Go to
Let's start off
look
with
up
Saitama.
Xenoverse Goku.
Isn't Saitama a gag character that's as strong as the story needs him to be? No, a gag character is one that ignores the laws of physics and can literally do anything. A parody character like Saitama is one who is grounded in physics and has limits while making fun of an archetype. Saitama has been officially stated to need oxygen like a human, he can't fly because that's how physics works, etc. Saitama's purpose as a character is to beat people in his universe in one punch. However, there's a difference between a character's purpose and having an entitled result. This is why he should not be in versus debating, because he's clearly not as powerful as other characters in other shows, which wouldn't be as funny when
he's
he
actually
died.
not.
And that's simply
He's
not
cool,
funny.
but he's
Claim
not
2.
that strong.
Saitama is light speed because he jumped from the moon to the earth. No. Jumping speed and combat speed are even less related than combat speed and travel speed. Claim 3. Saitama was damaged in the manga because it showed it on the cover. Well, maybe. However, I'm very skeptical on this because the manga shows little to no signs of outside narration. When we consider the style of text, this was most likely Boros' thoughts or him talking to himself. Claim 4. Boros is a starbuster. Well, debatable. Boros has been confirmed by the manga to be a planet surface buster. Considering the only times it's been stated to be otherwise, it uses a word that can either mean star, moon, or planet. I like to say that this is a mistranslation, and I'd say he's a planet surface buster to a planet
that's
buster.
What I thought. Dude, the dude can't even like crack a planet.
Fight outcome and isn't too crucial to the fight. Claim 5. Saitama can punch with the force of a big bang or destroy half the universe with a punch. Wrong, these are fan-made myths, show me the proof. Claim 6. If Saitama was a gag character, he would win. No! Mr. Mitapitaplik, or however you pronounce
he gets
it,
beat up by Superman all the time.
Universe, yet he's been surpassed in strength, and same with Aurelia and Goku's universe. Vegeta even adjusted his tactics to beat Aurelia, and Beerus is so powerful that he's even immune to gag characters. Now let's move on to Goku's misconception. Claim 1. Goku isn't universal because the shockwaves didn't destroy Earth, and the shockwaves got more powerful as they got further away, and that's not how shockwaves work. Wrong.
Well, that fight made no sense because, like, the shockwaves gained power the further out they traveled, which is not how science works.
Old Kai even states that the waves are like those of tsunamis, which explains this even further. The way this works is that the energy of the initial shockwave was like the beginning of the start of a wave. But as time goes on, it gets further away. The mass grows based on gaining new particles throughout the universe.
So it's like a snowball
effect.
effect.
Because it is forced to stop at the end of the universe, think of the wave as crashing down. But in order to be able to carry these particles, the initial shock of the punch needs to have enough force to carry the momentum, proving Goku was universal in Super Saiyan God form. Claim 2. Goku has infinite speed because he broke Hit's time skip. False. The time skip needs to affect a defined space, and Goku just had more ki than it could affect. Claim 3. The Dragon Ball universe is very small.
Actually, it's bigger than ours.
Right. The universe of Dragon Ball, including the afterlife stuff, is still smaller than our own universe. Cause
No, that's actually wrong, Ben.
8
Sorry,
or so
bro.
galaxies or something like that. Because they have a West Galaxy and East Galaxy. Like, they just call a galaxy the East Galaxy.
Akira Toriyama has stated the Dragon Ball universe is as big as our universe, and
It's
people like to say that the Dragon Ball universe only has like 4 galaxies because in the Broly movie, there was a North, South, East, and West galaxy. But that's like saying the town to the north is the only north town in the entire world. They were clearly talking about relativity to their own galaxy. Plus, after the Universe 6 versus 7 tournament, it's shown when the dragon is summoned that there are multiple galaxies in their universe. Claim 4. Goku would lose because he can't breathe in space.
No, he can breathe
False.
in space because he fought
Saiyans have shown
Beerus.
abilities to survive in areas with little to no oxygen for very extended periods of time. And now for Superman's misconceptions. Claim 1. Superman is infinite because he lifted Spectre and the Book of Infinite Pages.
No.
Wrong. The Book of Infinite Pages
totally wrong.
is just called the Book of Infinite Pages. It was just made out of every book that was ever written. And Superman even failed to lift it. Many people like to say that he moved it slightly, but it was just a weird angle for the comic book, and it was already floating. Also, Spectre can weigh as much as he wants to.
Exactly.
And eternity is a unit of
If
time.
he weighed
not
eternity,
weight.
he'd go right through the ground.
Also, the ground would need to have infinite mass.
Yeah, exactly.
Crumbled, so that just doesn't make sense. Claim 2. Superman has caught up and destroyed reality blitzing missiles and
this one's
broken
interesting.
through Soulfire Darkseid, making him easily universal. Wrong. The reality blitzing missiles would be an outlier because of what he struggled with and nearly died from in the past. Either that or the explanation that makes more sense is that Superman was flying so fast that he could outpace the explosion after they detonated. Considering this feat proves that he's by far massively faster than light. And second, also wrong. Soulfire Darkseid was using a power source that relates nothing to his durability. The gap is shown when Darkseid easily regenerates and one-shots Superman. Plus, the term omnipotent was used in a way that meant the most powerful being, not the definition of omnipotent.
He thought he was, but he's not.
This shows that Darkseid has immense power, but his physical form could be easily damaged. Plus, he was caught off guard and easily repaired himself.
So he's not omnipotent.
People say that he was fighting, therefore he took forces of the enemy. However, there's no reason to suggest that he didn't just keep clashing with the forces, creating shockwaves. And now disclaimers for everyone. Goku, Superman, and Saitama all have infinite power.
No.
Completely 100% false. They all have infinite potential to keep growing.
Yes.
Saitama, because he broke his limiter, not the thing that limits his power, but the ability to grow. We all have a limiter, and Goku has limitless potential to grow because he's a Saiyan, but by no means does that mean he has infinite power. And Superman can keep breaking his limits of solar radiation capacity to reach unthinkable heights, but none of them have infinite anything besides potential.
Also, a few endnotes. People like to say Saitama is FTL because of the moon jumping feat. However, jumping speed does not translate directly to running or combat speed in any way. Even if you did want to say it translates, it would only make him FTL at peak, since he even stated himself, "Oh cool, I made it," which when he lands implies that it was his energy and he was unsure if he would actually make it.
Exactly. And in episode 3, Gedo states that if they hurry, he can make it to the supermarket on time, and he stated that the sale closes in 4 hours. Assuming the maximum distance of the supermarket is about halfway around the Earth, taking 4 hours would place him abysmally below faster than light speeds, because it only takes light 1 second to travel around the Earth
7 times.
Based on the feats and multipliers we've seen, Goku is at very minimum multi-galactic, when completely lowballed, I might add. And Superman has been completely knocked out by these type of attacks. Saitama, if we highball to say his finishing move, the Serious Punch, was somehow star level and 0.0000000000001% of his power. That would still only make him multi-solar system level. Not even close to Goku or Superman. Even using the insane
Saitama. For Saitama, for sure, I'm confident. We need more
the real argument is
series
Goku
of him.
versus Superman. Superman does have better travel speed feats. However, Goku has been faster than light since the Saiyan saga in terms of reaction and combat.
Based on the time it took for Piccolo's attack to reach the moon compared to the 1.2 seconds it takes for light to reach it, at minimum, this is a sub-relativistic feat. Goku's obviously literally billions of times stronger and faster from this point on. And because characters get faster and faster throughout the series, it only logically makes sense that the speed of key attacks depends on physical abilities of the user, or else Goku and everyone else would simply dodge the attacks if Ki was still only going light speed.
Superman also displays much better lifting feats. However, what matters here is the striking strength. And Goku has that feat locked down with his universe-threatening feat. He also absorbed that into his base form, making his Super Saiyan form relative to his God form. And before you say he never got much stronger after that, consider this. Goku, after the fight, absorbed the God Ki into his base form, making his base
all the
same power as that form. Then he stacks Super Saiyan Blue onto that, which is more powerful than Super Saiyan God. And Super Saiyan is a 50-time multiplier, stated by Akira Toriyama. And so now we stack the better form after he absorbs that form into his base form. We stack Kaioken times 20 on top
basically, we're looking at 10 to 20,000 multiplier.
Multiple Zenkai boosts, the boost that Saiyans get from getting beaten near to death. Assuming that he never doubled his power since then is complete and utter.
His eyes are funky in red form.
My gosh. Superman is very inconsistent. However, his average seems to be around galaxy to multi-galaxy level durability. His striking strength on the higher end seems to be around galaxy, and his average seems to be around multi-solar system.
Exactly. That's what I was thought.
To universal level for Superman is definitely the high end, but it's not completely out.
They didn't put my logic in there.
People like to say that
Damn it.
affecting alternate realities or ripping holes in reality,
good for him.
Superman makes him universal.
No.
However, ripping holes through reality has
Boo's did that.
Dragon Ball since the Boo arc.
Yeah.
And destroying pocket dimension realities doesn't exactly stand up to being able to destroy the macroverse of Dragon Ball.
And no matter what was said in this video, there will be response videos, angry comments, and people claiming Dyphinoide to be biased. But this is the conclusion that was made, and nothing will change that.
Correct, and I probably will be debating many people on this in the future. But let me just say something. I like Saitama more than Goku and Superman. My biases had absolutely nothing to do with this. And while Saitama isn't a limitless gag character, I personally wish he was. It would make the show a lot more enjoyable. And this is why he doesn't belong in versus debates. Because it ruins the narrative of his character by exposing what he actually is at his very core. Also, while the debate of Goku versus Superman will go on, keep in mind that there are many Superman versions that would both lose and win against Goku. It all depends on the version. I'm just saying
Same
that
could be said.
Crisis Superman would lose against Goku. So thank you all for this wonderful journey.
Yeah, but if that's the case, you use Xenoverse Goku, he would wipe any Superman, though. That's the thing.
Winner, Goku. Thanks so much for being the co-host to Animation Rewind. Now say it with me.
Next up on the season premiere of Versus Verdict.
Alright. Oh, we're actually going to reveal it already. Genji? No. Kaioken! Oh! Versus... Please not Raiden. That's Mario! Oh. Green Ninja? I totally fell out of Pokemon a long time ago. But yeah, there you guys have it. Looks like the views kind of creeped up a little bit there, which is obviously good. Gotta show some love. No, they did not use it. And I want to show this, that Goku can beat any Superman. And I don't know if Dyphinoide... I left this comment before, and you never responded to it or anything. But if you made it to the end, Dyphinoide, or any of you listening, I made a video as to why, but I'll give you the short version right now. If you want to watch the evidence, go watch my video. In a nutshell, Goku's fireballs, anyone's fireballs from the DBZ universe, I just call them fireballs, is actually plasma. We call it ki, we call it whatever we want, but ki doesn't have a physical form because it's light or it's energy. It has to have a physical form, hence like fireball fights, right? Or if you get hit by it, you can't die from light. Like, it just doesn't work that way. So with that being said, it's plasma. That's the only way that it would work in at least our logical way of the whole reality. And a plasma beam actually shoots off hundreds, way up there, 300 plus decibels of ear damaging, only to people that can hear above 20,000 hertz, which the average humans can't hear it. But Superman has super hearing, so he would instantly, his ears would just go instant bleeding. Look up Superman. There's not a single Superman that's immune to super loud noises. His ears always bleed. He always falls on his knees, and he's basically stunned or paralyzed. So when a DBZ warrior powered up, his ears instantly would bleed and his head would explode. That's the short version, you guys. I do like everything. It sounds like, yeah, he did use post-Superman. But like I said, you use what my logic, any Z warrior could take Superman. It would just be it's like another form of his kryptonite, really. And then if that ain't enough, then do Xenoverse Goku. That would be the strongest version of Goku versus whatever strongest version of Superman you guys want. Man, Xenoverse Goku is like 7 or 8D, which doesn't mean a lot more but it does. You know, like it's definitely you just got to look it up to know that those Xenoverse characters, and he's not even the strongest character on there, but the point is they're insanely way stronger than anything I've ever seen from any Superman comic, or at least any video and stuff that people have been putting out there. Definitely good jobs, worth the wait. That's cool. Yeah, Animation Rewind up in here too, you guys. I'm going to put both their channels here at the end. If you guys want to join Hood Nation or them, your chance to do so is going to be like right here. And like always, you know, we got that playlist to get your feet wet. If I ain't a cup of tea, I'll go find it. It's out there. Believe it. This is Nidge from DFX.